Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is MM1 Bendita. Today in this video, I feel like I want to make a video about my MECP package. So I'm gonna go over just the checklist itself and what I did on the checklist to be competitive for the medical nursing commissioning program, right? So again, I know the deadline is gonna be next month, September. So usually it's like September 1st or like the first week of September. And since I got selected last year, I'm gonna start my nursing school this month also, like next week. So I'm kind of like excited about it. So this is gonna be the copy of the 6-part folder that I submitted last year for the selection board. Again, 6-part folder, and then you have to include all the documents for your package over here. So let's go over some of the checklists. Alright, so the checklist that you need, first thing would be your conditional release for MECP, right? So if your ECM or nursing community manager is not gonna release you to apply for the program, then you can even submit an application, right? So make sure that you work on that while on the initial stages of your package, right? So for you to be able to do that, of course, you're gonna have to fill out, a 1650 like this over here in my package. Then you're gonna have to route it to your chain of command. It goes to your career counselor, and then your career counselor is gonna upload a copy in my Navy Career Center, and then they're gonna wait for a response back from your ECM if they disapprove or approve your application. So. And if you get approved for the conditional release, then congratulations, because if you do get selected for MECP, of course, then you can also go to the process of MECP. Also, the first part of the folder also includes the CO endorsement. So like this. So I'm not gonna be able to actually have you guys see it, but it's the page 9 and page 10 of your OpNav 1420. For basically the CO endorsement is going to be the last part of your package, right? Because before you even submit your package to the CO, all the other stuff that needs to be included in your package should be available first, because CEO, the commanding officer, is the last person who's going to review your package and again endorse you that you're the best candidate for the MECP program. All right, the second part of your application will be the OpNav 1420, pages 1 through 7. So it's basically your application form, right? So I have to fill in all your personal information, background, school preference. Usually they're gonna ask you what's university or school nursing that you want to go to. Are you gonna go to MECP friendly schools? You don't have to, but they recommend going to MECP friendly schools because the board or Navy itself knows that they're reliable schools and they're aware of the process, so it's easier for you to actually transition from being active duty Navy or no active duty sailor, not in MECP program, to the actually going to nursing school, because they know how to apply for the VA benefits, how does it work while you're in the MECP program, and then of course if there are former MECPers that are prior student of that university, then you can ask for an advice how to make it better for you or how to survive nursing school, basically. Also, over here on the application form, you have to include the other information like your previous duty stations, your PRT scores, what's your ACT, SAT scores. So that's going to be your part of the package, right? So for the SAT or ACT, right? So for me, I never took ACT. For MECP, I took SAT. Recommended scores minimum would be 1,000, but to be more competitive for the program, they recommend 1,100 or higher. So usually I score really average, on the previous three applications I had for MECP, I scored like 1080, and then like the last two applications when I applied for MECP, I scored 1150. So it kind of helped me like to show that I'm motivated and actually like scored higher in the SAT. And when I took the SAT, right, because SAT also has an option of writing section, but I didn't really include the writing because again, it's not really like required for MECP. But if you're a good writer, then you can just show off like, hey, I did really good in writing also. Also for the package over here, you're gonna do a IA or interview appraisal sheets. So minimum is 3. If you're doing a MECP IA board, you need to have at least one officer that is part of the community, so it needs to be a nurse officer. The other two, or how many people can be other community, they can be a SWO, whatever, as long as they're O3 and above. But again, for MECP, they usually advise that all the people who sit on the board should be nurse officers, because again, you're trying to be a nurse. If it's somebody like a pilot, I mean, they can probably say that you're going to be a good officer, but they have no they don't have enough details to actually say if you're going to be able to survive as a nurse officer, and the requirements or responsibility as a nurse officer. Alright, but also the package over here is also your college transcript. So if you have your degree, like associate, bachelor's, or master's degree, right, you have to include over here. You can also like attach your certificates. For me, I have my associates in Central Texas College. I also have my bachelor's degree in healthcare management, and also I'm working on my master's degree. So for my master's, like doing good in a bachelor's program or even a graduate program is beneficial, right? Because like if you're doing good at that high level, if you're getting 4.0s, it just shows that you're able to survive the academics and actually be able to like also because I know they know that the nursing is rigorous, right? You have to study a lot of stuff. Like for me, I just got my books like 2 days ago. It has like probably 4 big books, and then you have to read like a pocket guides, also like a brochures that has all the shortcuts for like how to memorize all the pills, medications, so on and so forth, right? So there's a lot. And also they recommend you to go to like ATI testing online, watch some YouTube videos again, because again there's a lot of memorization that's gonna be expected, and also they also require you to actually understand, to critically think about scenarios. So it's not just like memorizing the situation, it's like black and white. You have to understand and also apply those concepts as a nurse to be able to like fully understand the situation of your patient. Alright, so moving on. Also last eval, so it goes like last 5 years, right? So I think for me, I'm not really an EP sailor, right? Early promote sailor, I only got MPs. But if you are able to show the board that you're outstanding sailor, right? Like you're progressing, you're doing good, you're doing extra. Because I know you can show it on the back part or page 2 of your evals that what you accomplished and what impact did it had to your department, to the ship, and the whole Navy, right? So as long as you have good that and your risk is high, then you should be able to be good. All right, so the last part of your package would be your security clearance. Especially for me, right? I grew up in a different country. I grew up in the Philippines, right? So I had a naturalization certificate also attached as as part of my package when I went to boot camp back in 2012. Like I undergone naturalization process. And so I had a certificate over here. Also, make sure your security clearance is good. So I think they changed now the requirements. Like if you have a secret, it's good for 10 years, and then it's automatic, continuous evaluation until and so forth. The other ones I also include. It's not really like required, but some people usually who get selected also includes like history of assignments. Because like if you've been in active duty for a while, you can show that you've been stationed to like arduous, challenging duties. You went to overseas. For me, I went to Japan, and I did recruiting, and I went to an operational ship. I went to the USS Roosevelt, and then I got selected, right? So other people, like if they're more arduous duties like forward deployed, that is gonna be beneficial for them. Also, if you're applying for MECP, right, like try to like make rank as much. Try to like make E5 in 2 years, E6, so on and so forth, right? Because again, if you're doing good, I mean, it just shows that you're very well much motivated enough to actually like be able to be successful. And if you're successful, of course, you can influence other people to become successful as you also. Also, you can include trainings and so on and so forth over here. Also, like, I did some additional certifications, right? So for me, aside from taking the basic life support BLS, I also took ACLS, Advanced Cardiac Life Support, and also PALS, Pediatric Advanced Life Support, to be included in my package because, I'm not really a hospital corpsman, so I had to like try my best to actually like get some more clinicals, hands-on, and learn more medical stuff. Because being a mechanic or machinist mate, I'm not really dealing with all those healthcare stuff like on a daily basis. So I had to like keep up with it, update, and kind of like show that I actually want to be in the medical field or healthcare field. Also, volunteering. If you're volunteering, pick something that you all actually enjoy, not just because for the sake of getting the hours for it. So if you like volunteering with the healthcare, you can be volunteering at the American Red Cross or at the hospital. Because like mostly the hospitals I saw, if you go to their actual website, they have a volunteer section over there, and there's different opportunities that you can apply for. You can either be working in the front desk, you can be a greeter, somebody like say hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, sir, ma'am, and kind of like point people like what direction they want to go to, like if they're looking for a specific unit or how to navigate the hospital and what services that they offer. Also, you can work in a gift shop, so on and so forth. So for me, I volunteered for American Red Cross before. I help out with a blood donor ambassador program. So basically, when somebody wants to donate blood, I kind of like help them like fill out the paperwork and get the paperwork. And also, there's an application, mobile app that they can actually use whenever they try to schedule a appointment in the future, so they can actually log in and actually set the date and be able to donate like 6 months after once they donate blood for that day. And also, once you volunteer, right, try to get like a letter from the organization who's in charge of volunteering, because usually they have a liaison that actually is in charge for that to help you like get the letter. And most people, like some of them are veterans, so if you ask them for a letter, they'll be willing to help you out because they know like military people, some people use it to get their MOVSM, Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal, right? So if you have volunteer hours, it's a documentation that actually like you can actually submit to apply for MOVSM. Also, part of your package would be like some of the stuff like LORs that are recommendations. So for LORs, they usually recommend you getting LORs from 05 or above, commander or higher. Because like 05 people are, they've been in that community for a while, and most of them know each other. So if somebody recommends a person, then the other people in the community would be able to like also get that person that was recommended is going to be successful in the program. So they would take the word for it. Also, let me see. I can't remember. Again, those are the things that I included in my package for last year after when I submitted my application. But if you do have questions, you can comment down below. I'll try my best to answer the questions. All right, take care, guys.